All right, today we're going to do something kind of cool. We're going to take what looks like total chaos on a screen, and piece by piece, we're going to find the hidden story that's been hiding there the whole time. So let's start untangling this thing.
Okay, so this is our starting point. It's a mess, right? Just a total jumble of information. You've got names, you've got feelings, favorite colors, locations. Tom is in a kitchen, Mike is in a garage, Jimmy's in a living room. It honestly feels like someone took a dozen different stories and just threw them in a blender. How could these possibly all connect?
But what if it's not random? What if, buried deep inside all that noise, there's a whole network of relationships just waiting to be found? Well, that's our mission today. We're going to be data detectives, follow these clues, and see exactly what story pops out. Let's get started. All right, so any good detective will tell you, step one is always the same. Organize your clues. You just can't see the pattern when everything's all over the place. We need to take all these separate facts and line them up so we can actually compare them. It's time to bring a little order to this chaos. And just like that, wow, the power of just a little bit of organization becomes so clear. We went from that confusing wall of text to this clean table. And look, you can instantly see things. Tom and Mary are both in the kitchen. Over here, Michael, Douglas, and Letitia all in the dining room. See how that works? The moment you add some structure, the connections start jumping right out at you. And this right here is the turning point. Now that our data has some structure, we can stop just gathering facts and start actually analyzing them. This is where the real detective work kicks in.
Okay, so let's start with the easy wins, the low-hanging fruit. The most obvious connections are almost always going to be between pairs of people. These pairs are going to be like the corner pieces of our puzzle, the foundation for the bigger picture we're trying to build. So check this out, our first connection. The table told us they were both in the kitchen, but here's the clincher. Mary's original statement literally says, "Tom is my brother." Boom, that's it. Our first relationship is confirmed. One pair and their siblings.
And you know what? The pattern keeps going. We find another pair, Jimmy and Jane. They're both in the living room, and just like before, we get that direct confirmation right from the source. Jane says, "Jimmy is my friend." So that's our second connection locked in, a pair of friends. Now, this next pair adds a little wrinkle. Sarah tells us flat out, "Mike is my father." So the relationship itself is super clear. But notice where they are. He's in the garage and she's in the attic. This is a great little reminder that connections aren't always about being in the same physical spot. Okay, let's take a quick second to recap. We've got siblings, we've got friends, and we have a father-daughter duo. But that leaves a little bit of a mystery, doesn't it? Michael, Douglas, and Letitia. Our table shows they're all in the dining room, but what's their connection? This is probably the most complex piece of the puzzle we have left. So let's go ahead and tackle our final challenge, this dining room puzzle. We've got 3 people in one place. Are they actually a group? And if they are, how in the world are they all connected? And here's how we crack it. We just cross-reference their statements. See, Douglas says he's with Michael and Letitia. Then Letitia says she's with Michael and Douglas. Their stories match up perfectly. That is not a coincidence. That's a confirmed group. Case closed. And when we dig into those details from the original text, everything just clicks. Douglas is Michael's grandfather, and Letitia is his cousin. So the dining room isn't just some random hangout. It's a family. And with that, I think the final piece of our puzzle is officially in place. So, after organizing all our clues and connecting the dots one by one, I think we're finally ready for the big reveal. Let's take a step back and look at the complete social map that we built from that initial wall of text. And there it is, our final, crystal clear picture. All that chaos is gone. Now we can see the siblings, Tom and Mary, in the kitchen, the father-daughter pair, Mike and Sarah, in the garage and attic, the friends, Jimmy and Jane, in the living room, and the family, Michael, his grandfather Douglas, and cousin Letitia, in the dining room. 4 distinct groups, all pulled right out of that initial mess. So what's the big takeaway here? It's that we took a jumble of data that really didn't mean anything, and, with a very simple process, organize, connect, verify, we uncovered a hidden structure. And this isn't just about some fictional group of people. This is the exact same method analysts use to find stories in financial reports or that journalists use to connect events in the news. It's how you can find the signal in all the noise of your own life. Which really leaves us with one final pretty important question. Our world is just swimming in chaotic information. News headlines, social media, our own emails. But if you start to apply this way of thinking, of looking for patterns and making connections, how many other hidden stories are out there just waiting for you to find them?